Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Leroy Truth's channel. I'm your host for the. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just giving Leroy a few minutes. He has some technical issues with his mic, so he's just getting that all taken care of. So I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in, and once Leroy is in all good, then we should be rock and rolling. So, I'm just gonna leave. I'll leave him in the background there until he comes on, and then I can hear his mic. All right. So again, make sure you guys hit that like button. Thank you again. Let's see. We got Jody. Hello, Teresa. You guys, make sure you go on Leroy's Facebook channel. Go follow him if you haven't already. If you guys also want to donate to end of Leroy Truth's defense fund, here's the link. Go to the PayPal, Leroy Truth. Cash App, Venmo. He also has a Give, Send, Go set up in his name / Leroy Truth. Patricia, hello. Frank Pants, looking forward to seeing this. Mason Bailey, hello. Tommy V in the building. In this day and age, hello. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for being here. Jenny, hello. Yes, and also thank you, Tommy V, for reminding me. Leroy Truth will be live with the team response team, and hopefully all of you this Thursday in front of New York City Hall for the lovely event that New York City is holding, Suffolk County is holding for basically. Here, I'll show you guys real quick while we wait for Leroy. Let's see. They made a post. Here's the post. It says, join Suffolk PBA on April 23rd, noon, City Hall steps, New York City, along the side Detectives Endowed Association and the New York State Public Safety Alliance to stand up against social media agitators targeting law enforcement officers across the state, harassing, following, filming, and doxing them in the effort to go viral. Ridiculous. So, Leroy's here, so I'm gonna go pass it on to him. But again, guys, this Thursday, peaceful protest this Thursday in front of New York City Hall. Be there. We will be going live 11:30, live coverage nonstop, just like this, with everybody on the team. So, and we'll be also restreaming it on Sean Long Island Audit's channel as well. So shout out to him. Thank you. All right, Leroy, here you are.
All right.
Take it away, sir.
And for some reason, my external mic is not working, but maybe that'll actually help with the sound in the room overall. And I'll continue to try figuring this thing out. I asked ChatGPT, or if you could, actually, I got to get into the main room now and get set up. But the sound won't be as good. And we didn't use StreamYard before. This is the first time using it here, but it worked last time, right? The sound was good.
It did, yeah, because you had your handheld and the wireless, just like you normally do.
Yeah, and it was clear sound, right?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, because it was really windy that day too. So you sounded great.
Yeah. So this is strange. Why it's not working? So I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in again too.
And I would just make sure before you do, like, power down all your DJI devices before you plug anything in, because sometimes that does
Right. Just make sure you keep it to the side as you can.
Hey. Right. So that woman took my spot. That's the Leroy Truth spot she just took there. They do that on purpose.
I'm going to say something really silly, Leroy, okay?
What's that?
On your video.
All right. Hey, welcome everyone. Please smash that like button.
Mommy!
And this is Ben.
Mommy!
All right, there you go. That is Ben. And it is Ben, the one and only. All right. So
Keep going with YouTube.
So welcome to Cranford, New Jersey, everybody. And I'm going to unplug my mic and plug it back in. See if some miracle. And I can't see anyone's chats here. Let me see. Oh, I can see chats now.
Yeah.
Okay, I just pushed the button here.
Beautiful. Oh, right. When you hit comments, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
There you go.
So, let's see. Green screen. Oh, I shouldn't have a green screen. Okay, here we go. Get rid of that.
We thought you were just trying to surprise us with revealing where you are.
So let's see. Rear settings here.
What's up, you guys?
And Aria, I don't see.
Yeah, you got to go to the visual effects. Go to the gear the little gear
think
icon,
there's
and then you go to visual effects and remove.
There's no
green
gear
screen.
on mine. Let's see.
Is there like a pop up thing
Oh, here
on
we
your
go.
camera?
None. There we go.
There we go.
Now we're talking. Okay.
Beautiful.
So
Welcome
here,
to
I'm
Cranford,
going to
New
plug
Jersey.
my mic. Here's my special mic here. And it
Okay.
is very echoey here, by the way, everybody. It's just what it is. My good mic in. Let's see. Does it activate by miracle? Check 1, 2.
Oh, there you go.
Bingo. That's good now?
Success.
I'm very happy about that. You got to have good sound. Oh, yeah, Dookie. It's cold in here. I'm going to take the hat off in a few minutes. But it's cold. It looks like a church, but it is an unholy place. This is an unholy place. This is like spawn of Satan, Cranford, New Jersey Town Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Now watch this. I'm going to put my microphone, other microphone, on this here. So here, check this out. Hey, hello, ma'am. God bless you. So here, I'm going to put my microphone on this, which is what any journalists do. And remember that there was that guy, Sam Prince, who was running for councilman, who knocked my microphone. He threw it across the room. Sam Prince is his name. It was crazy. He's running for councilman as a Republican. He hates the First Amendment too. And what was ironic is I was putting my mic on so that you all and the rest of the world can hear him. So here, I'm going to put this on now. Okay. Check 1, 2. Okay, welcome everybody, welcome. Welcome to our Cranford meeting. Now, you notice they have us amplified, which is good, but they do not have themselves amplified. That's why you can't hear them. It's ridiculous. So be prepared to turn your volume all the way up, everybody. And hello, Ion Margate, and it's not showing me like Cliff, Q, Jenny, Travel.
And
Dookie.
Leroy, I'll be able to adjust your volume a little bit from back here too if I have to. So I got you, brother.
That's great. And everyone, God bless Aria. He's awesome. He is my producer, my very good friend. His idea to do these StreamYards in the field makes him way
1,
more
2.
professional. And I want you to meet Will Philly right here.
Another level.
And this is Will Philly. He's running for particular office. What are you running for, Will?
Well, the township committee, for a spot on the township committee in the Democratic primary.
Right. And they haven't liked us so much here for exposing things. And what have you exposed? This is Will Philly. If you live in Cranford, please vote for him. Man of high integrity. He's also a genius. Not metaphorically. Not metaphorically. He really is a genius.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, the issue that got me started here is, how they're treating residents at our town meetings is one thing, but bigger issue maybe than even that is a lot of the big development deals they've been hiding from the public, particularly 2 billionaire developers building in our town each one's getting a 30-year tax exemption. So it's combined, it's over $200 million that these billionaire developers don't pay to our town that all us residents have to pay.
Wow.
So that's the biggest financial, devastating type of thing that's happening here. But it starts there and just goes down, and lots of other type of issues like that. So.
And Will knows the issues here. He cares about the people. He cares about you, we the people. And he would actually represent we the people, the residents. Instead, these dour, sourpusses up front, Mayor Kathleen Miller, Edna, Eleanor Rigby, Edgar Hoover Prunty.
Kathleen Miller, Sydney Mavis, Gertrude, Eleanor Rigby, Prunty.
Right. Can you sign up there? And I'll sign up after you.
Yeah.
And so this here, I'm going to turn the camera around. Let's see. I got to figure this out. This is all different here. And where
This is
is
how I
it?
sign in.
Here, I'll just put it here. This is Social Justice Water Pipe with this extremely colorful outfit here.
Anon, right?
Okay. So he's signing up here, and he
And
is
I
choosing to protect his Fourth Amendment.
Address wherever, name Anon.
Right, not a noose, anon. Now, how do I turn
Just
this
for Earth.
camera? How do I turn this camera around? Oh, here we go.
What, on your camera? Yeah. You got it, Leroy.
There we go. Oh, look, you can go wide angle here too.
Yeah, brother. There you go. Yeah, you get to really change the camera angles a lot with this.
Yeah, I like this. Okay.
Isn't it beautiful? Oh yeah. Here we go.
Microphone here first so someone doesn't smack it on you.
Oh yeah.
Remember last time?
Oh yeah. That was Sam Prince, who is not a prince. He's more like a queen, and a very poor queen. Let's see if he shows up today.
Sam Rat.
Sam what?
Sam Rat.
Yeah.
And you kind of got the John McEnroe swing going there with him, too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know if he thought he was playing tennis or if he was doing a golf swing with his hand.
Or playing a Wii.
Absolutely ridiculous. So I have my microphone here already because I don't want Sam or anyone else to come here and start destroying my property, which was done to Leroy at the last meeting.
Right, destroyed it. Destroyed my mic. And then right after he destroyed it, he said, I'll pay for that. And let's see if he did pay for it. So here, because he was supposed to pay for it and drop a check off here, certified check to the police station. And I have heard nothing about it because if he paid for the microphone, I said, I will not press charges. And he has smashed this across the room. So here, I want to find out what the police officer.
Yeah, I would go follow up on that, Leroy.
Well, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Hey, hold on, officers. Hey, I'm checking. There was the guy who attacked my microphone and me last time named Sam Prince, and he was supposed to drop off a certified check last week. And no one has called me that he did that. And I said I wouldn't press charges as long as he paid for the microphone. Are you able to check on that? Was that a yes? All right. He just walked away. Why are these police so bad here? I was told they were good. They are not good here in Cranford, New Jersey, I got to tell you. They did what Kathleen Miller, Mavis, Edgar, Hoover, Prunty, the mayor, said to do to stop me from playing the national anthem. It was disgusting, despicable here. Hey, hello, young feller. Good to see you. All right.
Now that they took the camera angles away, only showing the back of the people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the mayor and the committee, they're the only ones who are allowed to have FaceTime. And after they try to villainize self-promotion, only them are allowed to self-promote. Their thoughts, their proceedings and stuff.
I'm speaking from here.
This
is what I'm
There
doing.
you go. There you go. Because I want the camera to
Right.
see me as well.
Exactly.
So-
We're at the podium. They have a bylaw. You
it.
got to stay at the podium.
That's it. It
Here we
works.
are.
Oh, yes.
It works. They want to
Oh,
keep doing stupid stuff. I just want them to start showing the people again. That's what they're supposed to
Right.
do, right? Once they fix these issues and they correct these issues, I get to go and move on to the next town. That's
Bingo.
it.
We want to fix this place and move on, but they keep messing up. And what they do now is they won't show We the People's face on video anymore. They have these cameras in the back, and when the people talk, those cameras are on our backs. How rude is that? They won't let the people's faces be shown when it's public comment time. I mean, how sick and hateful and disrespectful of the First Amendment are they? I mean, it's really sick. And so I'm going to turn this around. This is a little more clunky to do turnaround here. Hey, by the way, I'm in mourning over the First Amendment deaths that have occurred here in this Cranford, New Jersey. That's why instead of my usual white shirt, I have a black shirt with my signature red tie. So it's going to be a great meeting. And we are here peacefully as always and looking to enjoy, have fun, and make sure that they respect our constitutional rights and the veterans. But when you hear what they did to a veteran, it is despicable what they did to Steve Ronco, an incredible veteran, courageous veteran, disabled veteran who was not able to come here tonight because he's a disabled veteran. And he had asked if the council and the mayor would read his. That's Thomas Slattery. He's the township attorney. Hold on.
Charlie's like one of the best guys I know. In fact, when I was making that comment about how in Edison, when the story went national, it was because Charlie filmed the meeting.
Yeah.
He stopped filming the speakers.
I remember him kind of being in that zone. I figured you must have run into him.
Yeah, no, Charlie's great. Now he's running for mayor of New
Yeah,
Brunswick. And to me, there's like a small handful of people who I really admire and I think will do a great job. And Charlie is one.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Great guy. Great guy. And he stopped that data center from New Brunswick.
I know.
Yeah.
He does good work. He's a pain in the ass in the best way.
Exactly. He's a good painter.
Yeah.
And he organized all those efforts because they were trying to spring last minute, trying to get that data center approved, trying to move it through. And you're seeing all these other towns are doing the same thing.
Yep.
But not New Brunswick. Charlie wasn't going to let it happen.
Yeah, no, you did a good
So I
job.
got a question, Mr. Slattery. First of all, great job on not doing the whole dumb thing there, that you respected our rights there.
Yeah.
And also, we're asking to have the cameras rightfully put on all of our faces, anyone who speaks.
Appreciate you guys watching, listening right now.
I don't want to keep coming. Yeah, I just want, I want to leave
Make sure you hit that like button.
better than what I left.
Guys, 20 more
Work,
subs.
right? Like, I just want
20 more subs to get Leroy to 60K. Let's get it.
But I do hear you guys.
No, yeah.
Thank you.
I understand.
But who will give authorization to the cameras? Otherwise, we're going to keep coming back.
I got you.
So, but who
Let me
can,
work on it.
today?
I'm gonna try right now. And if I can't do it today, I'll do it for the next
All
one.
right, well, this one, you can do it today, but another request is you have the microphone amplified well for the people, but we can never hear you. Can you turn the amplifier up there? It's done on
I
purpose.
don't know if it's not on purpose. I want everyone to hear everything.
I
So
actually-
I just don't know if it's bad tech or what. But I'll check on that. Too.
I'm a tech guy, and I know, and I'm happy to help if they just show me where the amplifiers are. That's one of the things I
I
do.
asked if they had the headsets for ADA accommodation. So people, so you come in here and you have listening.
What did they say?
They didn't have, well, I said that I wanted to use it. Like, if you're gonna try to say we can't be here, we can't be there, and nobody can hear my stuff, I want to get one of those sets and have it positioned on my camera, my microphone, so everybody can hear it. So they said, no, they don't have that, but that's an ADA. They have that for ADA still too, reasonable accommodation.
All right, so we got to get the camera and their microphones up, because I want people to hear at home, because they can never hear what the mayor and everyone is saying. And Dr. Noose.
They have those headsets for people who are hard of hearing.
Yes.
Like in Edison, for instance, you just ask the AV guy, he gives you the headset.
Right.
And those microphones, the headphones, and they pick up everything. So I want to use one of them and have it positioned on my microphone. So it picks up everything. So our viewers at home can hear everything.
Yes.
That's the only way our viewers at home will hear everything. If you get one of those headsets, they're supposed to have them for ADA. That's why now you're good.
But those kinds of things are a lot easier for me to deal with during the week before the meeting. So if you email me that stuff, I will do whatever I can to fix that sort of thing before we get. Because now at 8 o'clock, I have limited time to kind of.
But here's an important thing, is that's done manually. So they literally are choosing not to show our faces.
I hear it. I'm on it. I got
Okay,
you.
so what were you referring this
I'm
to?
saying like the headphone thing. I did not hear about that until this second.
All right,
and I can't
yeah.
go down there and check and
All right.
talk to them
I
now.
will reach out. I will reach out.
All right, but you seem like you were annoyed with me, and
No.
I didn't understand that you meant the headset, but
Yeah.
you're gonna get that fixed.
I'm going to look into the
Appreciate
speaker
it.
thing too.
All right, thank you. All right, so that's the attorney, named Thomas Slattery, and let's see if he does the right thing here. We just want him to do the right thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's really simple. All right, and thank you so much for joining us, everybody. And please smash that like button. And any super chats will be greatly appreciated. And we got Mikey's link there, which is good. And Mikey's social justice water pipe. Yeah. Who I've called social justice warrior many times, which he is a social justice
I am a social justice
warrior
now.
with a water pipe. So better than a water slide. Okay, we got to crazy glue. We got to crazy glue our microphones there.
We have to Sam proof it by gluing it.
Right.
Sam Prince proof.
Sam Prince didn't. He wouldn't show his face today. Oh, by the way, the police walked away from me. I thought he was going to check on if Sam sent the check over, and he ran away from me.
Really?
And this guy here, like, what the heck?
And the other officer is here I've never seen before. So the normal dudes that are here are normally here are not here.
Oh, they got
hopefully-
specials.
Hopefully they don't do nothing stupid.
No. Hey, why did you walk away from me when I was asking you if that check came in? I thought you were going to check if Sam Prince's check came in.
I have no idea.
So why did you walk away from me? So why didn't you say that, sir, instead of walking away from me? That was very rude of you. No, I would give you respect, and I respect the same thing. And you're a lieutenant, you should know better. What's your name, Lieutenant what? What's your badge number? Go ahead, you can do it, be brave. What's your badge number and your name? You know, it's your policy to identify yourself, sir? I'm really disappointed. I'm going to do a complaint on you. It's unfortunate. I want to do celebrations on police. Why are you laughing? You think that's funny? You're the one that's looking bad here. I'm not making... Wow, ladies and gentlemen, he wouldn't give his name
Where's the badge number? Wow, the disdain. The Cranford police are terrible. And he's a lieutenant. How did he get to be a lieutenant? I mean, this is just a shame.
How did anyone get to where they are in New Jersey, Leroy?
Yep. So, CORRUPTIONN.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. So we're going to get started in a minute here. And please smash that like button, everybody. Smash, smash. It's getting quiet like it's going to be a church here, so stay tuned here. Okay. Okay. It's getting very quiet.
I'll pump your mic up so that way we can try to hear more.
Okay. All right. Ow.
This meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act because adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by email and the annual schedule of meetings to the Westfield Legal Community County Local Source, the Star Ledger, and Tablets of Cranford. And by posting such annual meeting schedule on the bulletin board in the municipal building reserved for such announcements. And the filing of said notice with the Township Clerk of Cranford, formal action will be taken at this meeting. Roll call. Mayor Hunting here. Deputy Mayor Dowell. Here. Commissioner Andrews. Here. Commissioner Curran. Here. Commissioner.
Stand by, guys. I have an idea. Take Rami. That's what I was looking for.
Let's see, which stood up? Not like Terrence Curran did.
For tonight's occasion, I came across a quote from former President Jimmy Carter, who said, "We have become not a melting pot, but a beautiful mosaic. Different people, different beliefs, different yearnings, different hopes, different dreams. Cranford is an amazing town, filled with lifelong residents, as well as those who moved here and now call Cranford home. Some may, in fact, have different beliefs, different yearnings and such. However, we all want the same thing, to see our town prosper now and going forward. To our residents, volunteers, municipal employees, business owners, and their employees, thank you for making Cranford an amazing place to live and visit each and every day. Cranford is proof that people from different backgrounds, origins, ethnic groups can work together to weave the fibers of our being into the great township that we call Cranford. And that we call, thank you. Cranford is proof that people from different backgrounds, origins,
What's that now? Is it working?
Yeah. I'm also streaming their feed so we can
I
hear
can
what
have the
they're saying.
members of the Shade Tree Commission come on up.
Establish a special day to be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday of Arbor Day was first observed for planting more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed.
Whereas in 1872, the Nebraska established a special day to be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. Whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood, for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. Whereas trees in our township increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, I, Kathleen Miller Prunty, Mayor of the Township of Cranford, do hereby proclaim April 24th, 2026 as Arbor Day in Cranford. And I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support the efforts to protect our trees and woodlands, encourage everyone to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Issued this 21st day of April, 2026. And we have with us here today Eric Hostrup, Shade Tree Superintendent, and Pat Bowler from the Shade Tree Commission. Do you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. On Saturday, we will be planting 4 trees with the help of about 15 Girl Scouts, 2 different troops. We'll be at Sherman Field planting 4 different trees that we're going to be getting from dryers. This is our 3rd time accepting the proclamation from the mayor. And the Shade Tree Commission is made up of 9 volunteers, and they do an extremely tough job. They put in a lot of their volunteer time. Monday through Friday, and even on the weekends. Pat is out there marking out trees. I've seen her with white spray paint cans, marking out areas for trees to be planted. So if you're interested in having a tree planted, you go to our township website, go to the web page for the Shade Tree Commission, left side, drop down bar, and you would fill out the quick questionnaire of about 5 different questions to be put into the queue to be considered for a tree to be planted. So
Thank you. Just
thank
hold
you.
on.
Yep.
Take a picture.
No problem.
This past Saturday, we had close to 100 residents.
Thank you.
who came out.
So almost as a follow-up to the deputy mayor's invocation, this past Saturday, we had close to 100 residents who came out for the annual Rahway River cleanup. And they spent hours picking up trash and debris on and around the banks of the river at 7 different locations around town. I can only assume people are becoming more conscious and respectful of their surroundings because we did not have nearly as much trash as we have had in the past. However, there were a few interesting items that were pulled out of the river: an Adirondack chair, a sled, a boombox, some horseshoes. But I want to thank the families that came out, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Cranford High School students, members of the Cranford hockey team, the Newcomers Club, and JC. So check the township's Facebook page. We have a slideshow of all of the volunteers who were out there working. These volunteers who were here Saturday, as well as Pat Vogler and members of the Shade Tree Commission and countless other boards and committees, are what Cranford is about. And because of them, we are such an outstanding community. And speaking of volunteerism, it is a hallmark of Cranford. And every year, hundreds of people serve on various boards and committees in town, and they contribute their time, their ideas, and their expertise on projects to make Cranford even better. And I want to thank Deputy Mayor Gallo for a suggestion. And at future meetings, we will invite a member of one of the various boards and committees to come and speak at a meeting to talk about what they do, and if they have a special project that they're working on, to talk about it. So it's just a way to keep the public informed of what all these wonderful volunteers are doing. So Commissioner comments, public safety.
Thank you, Mayor. Start with 2 quick committee updates as we're talking about volunteerism. Our Cranford Prevention and Wellness team will be attending Wellness Day at the high school on Thursday, April 30th from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And the team is also finalizing a plan to host their annual game night in May. So look out for some further details on that to be reported shortly. Another reminder regarding Touch a Truck, the event being put on by our Cranford Community Connection. This free event is taking place on Sunday, May 31st from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at 65 Jackson Drive. I'll provide another update at the next meeting as well, as a reminder. Previously, we mentioned that we're recruiting both new and PTC certified officers for the Cranford Police Department. And I'm pleased to report that the ongoing recruitment process has been very successful and is actively underway. So thank you to all those who applied, seeking to use their strengths and skills for the betterment of our community. Recently, I've also heard some concerns regarding parking numbers needing painting in town. They have become difficult to read, but we're in the process of our yearly upkeep on these efforts. And I should have more updates at our next meeting on that. Some of you may have seen some of the new great pylons installed in areas of our downtown. I'm going to get more information in the next week about how the process works, but I did want to mention it because people are seeing it around town. So I'll provide a more comprehensive update at our next meeting. It's a new enforcement system, and it's just one enhancement that the township is using to increase pedestrian safety through the use of technology and available tools. We also have quite a few departments within Cranford that seek to utilize grant funding for initiatives in town. With that said, the CPD is continuing to apply for and receive grants to conduct pedestrian and distracted driving enforcement. This goes towards finding more ways that we can enhance pedestrian safety in town at minimal or no cost to the public. And the last update from the police department, this Saturday, April 25th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the rear lot here in the municipal building, CPD will be taking part in the DEA's National Prescription Drug Takeback. If you have any expired or longer used medication, you may drop these off this weekend. Unfortunately, it's not an event for liquids or injectables. However, events like this do keep these medications out of the hands of potential abusers, as well as out of the hands of minors. And lastly, a message from our fire department to remember to clean your lint filters and dryer vents. If you're a higher risk of having closed dryer fire than if you don't. Springtime's a great opportunity to clean debris from your lint trap, exhaust duct to prevent these fires. A few quick tips to prevent a dryer fire. Don't use a dryer without a lint filter. Always clean the lint filter before and after each cycle. Do not forget to clean the back of the dryer where the lint can build up. Check the venting system behind the dryer to make sure it is not damaged, crushed, or restricted. Make sure that the outdoor vent covering opens when the dryer is operating. And when possible, have your dryer installed and serviced by a professional. And as always, if residents have any questions or need assistance, please contact Fire Headquarters at 908-709-7360. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I just want to follow on to the proclamation. Anybody who knows me knows you can't talk about trees enough. So the Cranford Shade Tree Commission really does a fantastic job here in town. It was only started a couple of years ago, but they've made great strides in preventing some of the loss and greening Cranford. So they recently released their 2025 to 2029 Cranford Community Forest Plan. This is a 5-year roadmap for the care, the maintenance, expansion of trees on township property, while also guiding future planting efforts. So prior to this, the establishment of the Cranford Shade Tree Commission, we had lost about 1,000 trees over a 10-year period with very little replanting. Since its formation, the commission has worked to reverse that trend, planting over 250 trees in the last 2 years. And just recently on last Friday, we planted another 30. 4 more will be planted this Saturday. And then in the fall, an additional 60. So we really encourage residents to plant trees as well on their own property. They play a crucial role, as the mayor said, in maintaining a healthy and resilient community. They improve air quality, they reduce stormwater runoff by helping absorb water, they lower energy costs, and just it's nice to have a tree on your property. So we encourage you to do that. You can also donate through the Cranford website. There's a donation account available. You can plant in honor of a loved one, or just make a donation to the Cranford Shade Tree Commission. The pools, okay, 33 days to go until the Cranford Community Pool opens at Orange Avenue. There's significant work underway to ensure a safe, fun, and enjoyable summer season. A lot of the pool maintenance has been completed. Painting is ongoing. The grounds are being landscaped. The locker rooms are being thoroughly cleaned. Lighting is being upgraded. The courts will be upgraded. The baby pool and splash pad will also have some enhancements. Because the pool is a membership-funded facility, community participation is essential. So I encourage residents to look at what's available, sign up for the pool. I do think it's a very good value for the money. And strong membership can help ensure that the township will be able to make year-over-year improvements in the facility and maintain a high-quality destination for the summer recreation at a reasonable price. So current membership levels are on par with the 2024 season. Last year, 2025, there was a lot of media attention and discussion around the pool, so the membership sign-up was sort of front-loaded. We had, at this point last year, 986 memberships, but in 2024 at this time we had 562 memberships. Currently we have 534, so a slight drop from 2024. It is important to note that 2024 and 2025 ended the year with the same amount of memberships, so there's no significant increase. So I do encourage people to come out. I think it's going to be a great season and really encourage you to support the pools. The Cranford Memorial Day Parade will take place on Monday, May 25th, 2026, to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. If you're interested in participating, you can contact the Cranford Recreation Department or email them at recreation@cranfordnj.org. That's also available on the website. It's an easy click and an easy sign up. The Cranford Summer Recreation brochure is now available on the Cranford Recreation website. Registration for programs opens on Monday, April 27th. So there's a variety of programs for children, adults, seniors, and I encourage everyone to take a look and take advantage of what is being offered. And then finally, the Velocity Centennial Village Group Velocity 5K is being run in early June, June 10th. I've made a commitment to run it, and I'm trying to get people to join up and run with me and make sure that I make it across the finish line. And also just to support the Centennial Village Group. It's their big fundraiser for the year, so I encourage people to get your running shoes out, and I'm sure I'll be behind you and I'll be able to push you forward. So thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. Just a few updates from me tonight. The weather has finally mostly turned, which of course means it is time to do some road paving. One, we cannot pave everywhere. So if there's a pothole in your neighborhood or one that you drive past that you want our Department of Public Works to take a look at and fill in, please get in touch directly with them. They have been out for the past few weeks now, filling potholes throughout town. They have a list going. They let the list get a certain kind of critical mass, and then they'll go out and take care of them in a batch. So please report in. But more importantly, we have some big road paving projects that are going to be starting very soon. We've talked about Union County redoing a number of their roads. They started last year. Their work is going to pick up again as early as next week for some big ones in town, starting with Springfield Avenue right outside this building, and then moving down to South Avenue. We're still working out the specifics, although notifications started going out to residents today, as well as notifications to the township today. They're likely to start the Springfield Avenue repaving work next week. This is going to be night work. They will likely go from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Cranford Police Department has been in touch with them, and they're coordinating on detours because obviously this is going to be very disruptive. This will probably be about 2 weeks of work or a little bit less. They're expecting to go April 27 through May 8th, but they might be ending a little bit early there. And then after they're done with Springfield, they're going to be going to South Avenue. That will also be night work, probably about the same hours. And they're going to be going from Centennial Avenue down to the Roselle border. We are still confirming a lot of this. We were just notified by Union County today that this was the plan. So we will be sure to get out on the township website, the newsletter, the specifics once we 100% lock them down. But given how disruptive this could be, we want to get the information out today as quickly as we could. Just want to flag 2 items that are in resolutions to vote on tonight. The first, we are going out to bid for a new library front door and for the second floor window replacement. So as you know, we're doing a very large library renovation project. This is not technically part of that project, but we do want, since we're putting so much effort into the children's room and some other areas, we want to do as many improvements at the same time as we can. So this is not part of the formal project, but we do want to get it done. The reason it is on our agenda is costs continue to balloon. It is insane how expensive it is to get stuff done at the township level right now. Our hope and our plan was that the contractor doing the renovation was going to be able to do this as a plus up for us. Their budget, based on just the supplies, went up 10,000, 60,000 from when we started the discussion with them to now. That is just not sustainable. So we're going to go out to bid. We're going to look to see if we can get a better price. But it does speak to like your cost of living, our family cost of living, but also township costs are just ballooning at this point. So we're hopeful that we will get good bids and that this will be part of our grand unveil when the library reopens. Finally, wanted to flag the desilting project that I spoke a little bit about at the last meeting. So we got the permit from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. This means we're allowed to remove the soil and restore the natural riverbed in key areas in the river. We are going out to bid tonight to get proposals from contractors to actually do this work for us. The mayor and I are going to do a more extensive update for the community once we actually have the contractor on board, the locations that they're able to do, and other details ironed out, like the timing. So please stay tuned, and we will. I very much. The mayor and I have been working on this now for 3 years, so we very much look forward to providing a more comprehensive update, hopefully very soon. That's it. Thank you.
Can you just repeat those hours of paving, those night hours?
Yes. So the township's preference is 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's when we say night work here. So that is what we have conveyed to our friends at Union County. That is certainly our position. We are going to resolve all this, and we'll get all that information out once it's all set.
Okay, I just want to remind everybody that we are in an important time between introduction and adoption of our annual budget. We have taken a few questions from residents already. I encourage anybody who has more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, to the finance department. We'll be happy to discuss. Other than that, I did want to follow on the discussion of the pool. We did create the Centennial Avenue Task Force. We haven't forgotten about that property, and we want to make sure that we do good things for the community there. We don't know what that is. Pool, no pool, part pool, whatever. We have not had any discussions on the committee about what to do, but we are taking feedback from last year's discussion in how do you decide you're going to do something at a site without having the discussion first. So this is our attempt to have residents and community members, a very big cross-section of the community, have that discussion without any input from the township committee. Mayor Prunty and I sat with the group yesterday. We were there for a total of maybe 15 minutes just to kind of introduce themselves, introduce them to each other, and kind of set the stage for them to go and hopefully have a productive few months of discussion. But they have been told this, they think outside the box. There's no good, no bad, just to then with the goal at the end, we've asked for about 6 months, definitely by the end of the year, to have some kind of output from them in the form of a report documenting some of the ideas that they felt were documentable, and pros and cons of each. So there were more details too there, but just want to let you know those conversations are going on. They may be reaching out to cross sections of the community. They were encouraged to do so, to get as much feedback as we can. So other than that, at the last meeting, our Revolution New Jersey committee has been busy planning events through the year to celebrate the 250th anniversary. They have another event there that they would like to encourage one of our local historians from the Cranford Historical Society, Vic Barry, is going to be giving a presentation on May 5th at 7 p.m., which unfortunately happens to conflict with our Township Committee meeting. So you'll have to choose which one you'd rather be at. But it is entitled Cranford in the American Revolution. Vic's a great speaker, so I encourage everybody to attend. And with that, I think I'm done.
We have professional comments. Mrs. Donahue, anything?
Thank you, Mayor. The county election office, the Union County Election Office, with the director, Nicole Dorado, has requested that we let people know they're looking for poll workers, especially Republican and bilingual poll workers. Don't hesitate to contact Nicole Dorado at the county, or certainly can contact me and my office if you have any, if you need contact information. Thank you.
Mr. Slattery?
Good evening, everyone. Members of the public, you'll notice resolution number 2026-191 is on for tonight. That's a request to the planning board to evaluate certain properties on South Avenue for designation as a non-condemnation area in need of redevelopment. The certain properties are what's known as the E.F. Britton site over there. I think we'd all agree that's a spot that could use some help in turning itself around and getting repurposed for a more modern fit. So that is all part of our Round 4 affordable housing plan. It's the only site in town where we're doing that specific kind of potential designation. It'll go from here, if adopted, to the planning board. We should hear back from them in a month, maybe a little more than a month. And that'll help us in compliance to make sure that we don't have any builder's remedy issues with Round 4, and also put us on a good track to make better use of the property at some point in the future. Thanks.
Thank you. Ms. Patterson? Public comments pursuant to the Code of the Township of Cranford, Article 1, Section 72-4, persons addressing the Township Committee shall be allowed a maximum of 5 minutes for their presentations. Before we begin, I just want to share a few reminders that loudspeakers, bullhorns, amplified sound equipment are not permitted. Any props and signs must be removed once a speaker has concluded. We ask you please not to block the front row if you're with your camera equipment or tripods, to either stand at the side or in the back of the room. If you are attaching a microphone, your own microphone, to our microphone, we ask that it remain there. Mr. Thilley, can you please be seated? We ask that it remain there, remain in place until public comments have concluded. So the purpose of this, so there's no interference and disruption to any other speaker who is addressing the Township Committee. Shouting and yelling from the audience will not be permitted. Everyone in this room has an opportunity to come to the microphone and speak.
Yeah, he's speaking. He's getting ready.
Shouting.
Yeah.
Mr. Philly, please sit down until you're ready to speak, and take that.
You're ready. Get it.
Take that in the back. It's blocking the aisle. Mr. Thilley, please take that out of the aisle until you're ready to speak. Thank you.
First Amendment. First Amendment.
We ask everyone to respect those in attendance and those watching at home or on TV 35 or on Facebook, and refrain from using profane language. And we appreciate your cooperation. We are all here for the purpose of conducting official township business. Residents and members of the public have an opportunity to ask questions, share their concerns, learn about any projects and work that the Township Committee is doing. It is my hope, and it is shared by members of this Township Committee, that we can conduct this meeting, including public comments, in a civil, respectful, and productive manner. With that, if anyone wishes to address the Township Committee, please step forward.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Hi, my name is Will Thilly, and I'm running in the contested Democratic primary for a spot on the Township Committee. To win, I will need everyone's support, please. Mail-in ballots for Democrats arrive this week, and I humbly ask for your vote. It says choose two on the ballot, but please vote for only me to help my chances even more. And I thank you very much. Now, tonight, I've prepared a top 10 list of what I will do for you when I am on the committee. Number one, I will work to lower your taxes substantially. To do this, I will work to cancel the multiple 30-year tax exemptions, AKA pilots, in town. We absolutely have this authority, and I will use it to make developers pay the over $200 million in taxes they owe, so that us residents do not have to. I will also work to stop borrowing money, AKA issuing bonds every other week. Bonding only increases our debt while allowing the Township Committee a legal loophole to raise our taxes by over 7% or more when the bonds come due. It's a sneaky trick committees do to get around the 3% tax increase cap, and I will not allow it. I will work to make Cranford profitable, with all revenue going back to the residents in lower taxes. For example, we've been contacted about having our own town meetings and government happenings be produced as a reality show / docuseries. They think it'll be more popular than Cops, which made over $500 million, by the way. That'd go a long way to reducing our taxes. We're thinking TV 35 could be nationally syndicated. Oh, and by the way, I will waive any salary if elected and truly be the volunteer Commissioner Curran wants me to be.
Yeah, wonderful.
Number two, I will make our schools the #1 schools in the nation. We will attract top academia of the world to our doorsteps with guest lectures and student access to renowned research leaders so that our children can get a taste before they head to college. Cranford will be known as an academic powerhouse. I will also make school more fun and less stressful for both our students and teachers. And most importantly, I will stop the bullying in our schools so that all our children may learn in peace. Number three, I will stop and work to stop the planned data center in Kenilworth at the Merck site from completion and receiving a $250 million tax break. If you build it, you will pay taxes. It's horrible for the environment. It pollutes our groundwater, raises electric bills, noise pollution for miles, and makes higher taxes for all of us in the county. We will commit to a full-on protest. But why did our committee not tell us about this disaster? They've known about it for years. Who are they helping? We should all demand answers. I will never hide this type of stuff from our residents. And lastly, and I say this to everybody, I will be someone who truly cares about you and who will fight for you by any means necessary, including, but not limited to, interpretive dance. Thank you all very much.
Excellent. Way to go. Excellent job, Will. Will Philly. Candidate for councilman. Wonderful. she's flushing him to get rid of his soapbox. He only has 2 legs, as far as I know.
Jim Carvalho, Cranford. High noon at the whorehouse. 35 years ago, a guy named O'Rourke wrote a book called Parliament of Whores. His whores sat in the US Congress. Our whores sit right here in this room. The whorehouse pimp and madam are called Cooper and Kowalski. On my way to its last meeting here, that's right, the brothel's business is conducted right here, I passed an open door that's usually closed. It's a door that opens into the so-called mayor's chambers, a room hidden behind this room's dais. Through that door, I saw 2 people, a tall guy with a paunch and a punchy grin, and a short guy dressed like a leprechaun. The punchy guy was, of course, Terrence Curran, the clownish commissioner seated on the dais tonight. The leprechaun was new to me, but his getup gave him up as a likely piece of Curran's partisan parade, which means he just might be a Mick. But since he was kissing Curran's ring, he was likely no O'Rourke. When I am in a gin joint, I seek a seat with a clear view of the door, the room, the back bar, and bar. I call it the pimp's chair. During the brothel business conducted here last time, machine Madam Kowalski installed herself in this room's pimp's chair. That chair is right here to the right of the lectern. It's a seat that gives her a heckler's perch and her minions a good view of her. And with that view, they know what to do and when. When whoremonger Kowalski stands up to walk out, her stable of strumpets forms a partisan parade. The parade begins, of course, with the first note of the national anthem. That's right. The Cooper-Kowalski supplicants summoned to this room for precisely this reason walk out not when they dislike what's been said, but when they dislike what's been played. What they dislike is this country's national anthem. Remaining in the room while the anthem is played, some of us stand while a few remain seated. But unlike the lemmings who've left the room, those seated for the song have my respect. That's because those who remain seated have enough self-respect to not be used as partisan tools performing for the corrupt Cooper, Kowalski, and Curran. Indeed, I do not stand for this machine's so-called invocation, that incantation muttered by a machine medicine man at the start of the brothel business here. I refuse to stand for that voodoo for a number of reasons. First, it's usually doggerel. Second, it's often political. Third, it's frequently partisan. And fourth, I bow my head to no one, certainly not the God of government. To stand or not stand is a respectable personal choice. To walk out in a plainly partisan parade is not. When the parade of liberal lemmings was in full marching mode, I took note of the platoon members. Among those machine tool marchers was Jason Garris. Garris, of course, is a former elected member of this committee and a devoted machine mandarin. He's also a government shyster. Garris quit his elected job on this dais in mid-term to return to his previous employer, the Union County Prosecutor's Office. That's right. A committee quitter who now has the power to spy, indict, and convict had no qualms about besmirching himself and his office in public in a purely partisan protest. Also among the marchers was the elected chairman of the Cranford Board of Education, William Hulse. After I outed Garris and Hulse by title, I confronted Hulse, who had returned after the anthem. Hulse said that he left at the start of the anthem to use the restroom. When I asked him why he didn't go past the lobby, he changed his story. Now his story was that he left at the start of the anthem to say goodbye to someone. He mentioned a name meaningless to me. After the meeting, Hulse approached me, this time with a partner in tow. The partner was Hulse's alibi. What the elected chairman of the Board of Ed failed to realize was that he had just outed his alibi. His alibi was Curran's leprechaun, who turned out to be, as predicted, no O'Rourke, but someone called Bob Bruns, the Grand Marshal of Curran's newly minted Mick Parade. That's right. The Cooper-Kowalski-Curran cabal's platoon of machine supplicants includes a county prosecutor, the elected chair of the Board of Ed, and the Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade, all three of whom besmirched themselves and their titles to march out of this room at the start of the national anthem, at the behest of the corrupt Cooper-Kowalski-Curran cabal. The whores out there just rent their holes. The whores in here have sold their souls.
Wow, yeah. just as water pipeline. We're the only ones that clap our
Good,
hand.
good evening. I'm
What
Paul
a shame.
Argen, and I live
What
in
a bunch of
Croton, New Jersey.
bad leprechauns.
In 1999, I bought several properties in Cranford, New Jersey, 27 North Avenue, 26, 28, and 30 North Avenue East, right next to the train station. Today, they had a session, a closed session, executive session, the committee calls it, and I want to address what occurred in closed session regarding my property at 27 North Avenue. And whatever was discussed is now part of the factual record. The Township of Cranford, New Jersey currently holds title to private property without paying compensation, without paying just compensation. It's a constitutional taking. It's a federal constitutional taking. In New Jersey, it's only a taking if it's eminent domain. But under federal law, in Nick versus Township of Scott, the Supreme Court, right in the 3rd District here, the Supreme Court of the United States made clear that the violation occurs the moment the property is taken without compensation or just compensation. And that's particularly what happened in my case with all of my properties within Cranford. To date, my family and I have not received a dime for this property. And there could be gossip, and they can say, Miss Mayor Prunty, respectfully, she knows the people that I was involved with because she was involved with them too from 2004 or 5, I believe. But the fact here is that the factual record speaks for itself. Within a month after closing, that we sold the property to Cranford, the town secretly went to these people that turned out to be, one of them a $300 million fraudster, another person that was involved was a $100 million fraudster, in jail for it. On September 19th, 2020, I got 2 people, including a local attorney, arrested for trafficking my personal identifying information to knowingly do harm without authority. In Nick versus Township, the Supreme Court made clear that the violation occurs the moment it takens, and it continues and it covers the entire duration of the taking. The closing occurred on that property December 3rd of 2015. Okay, my family has been put through the ringer of litigation, financial decimation. The town knows the gossip of what would happen, but the record speaks for itself. Who holds title to the property? Was there just compensation? I've sustained financial damages exceeding $10,000 per month, in which the town was paying me rent just for the parking lot across the street prior to the sale. And I had a $3.9 million a year business that we had. I've asked Mr. Slattery to refrain from calling the name of my business the MDTV building. I never authorized anybody since 1998 when we came to Cranford, where we consolidated our Red Bank location and our Pompton Lakes location into this beautiful town. And by the way, it is nice people, beautiful people. There's serious questions regarding the validity of the title transfer, the role of third parties that we just talked about, and whether inaccurate information influenced the outcome. It doesn't make a difference. There's a federal takings. And in January of 2025, there's something called the Roberto II, where the Supreme Court of New Jersey now recognized the federal rules that state that as litigation is ongoing, they can now hear cases about the federal takings. These issues will be examined. So tonight, the situation does remain unresolved. The township hold properties in their name without any compensations. The damages continues. The legal exposure grows, and it grows, but there is still an opportunity to resolve this, and I am willing to engage. I'm willing to participate in a fair resolution, whether that includes return of title, compensation, and settlement. But I will not accept the process where my property is taken and decisions are made without compensation. For instance, one of the questions that I'm going to have, Mr. Slattery, is why in the executive session, item E, proposed ordinance permitting and usage of township property, the township attorney Slattery did not discuss that in the executive session. I got two more lines. No, actually, that's it. The township has a choice. Let me get this page here. Continue down the path towards federal litigation or state litigation or exposure, or we could resolve this. We could resolve this through discussion and settlement. I'm willing to do that. You have my phone number. And I intend to enforce whatever rights I can. And I appreciate your time, and thank you very much.
Good job. Yeah.
Hello, guys. I'm Don Sweeney, one of the organizers of the Cranford 86 project and a longtime member of the Memorial Day Parade Committee. I wanted to take advantage of the TV 35 coverage of tonight's public forum and share some of what will be going on just 4 weeks from this coming Monday on Memorial Day. We want to encourage all Cranford residents and those of the many surrounding towns who watch the township's meetings to join us for what we feel is the finest parade and ceremony anywhere. Since 1921, the Memorial Day in Cranford has given generations of residents as either participants or attendees the opportunity to show respect to our fallen military on the one day of the year set aside for this very important observance. It is a day to take a few hours out and remember that freedom isn't free. The VFW Color Corps leads an orderly procession of our veterans, first responders, bands, civic groups, scouts, sports teams, and more in our yearly Memorial Day parade as it meanders through the streets of our township. The parade ends at Memorial Park on Springfield Avenue, and this is where the most meaningful part of the day's events occur. The current Memorial Day ceremony contains all the traditional features which longtime residents remember from their youth. The precision movements of the honor guard, the laying of the wreaths, the poignant playing of taps, the riverside tribute for those lost at sea, and the roll call of Cranford's Fallen. The smoothing but powerful selections sung by Cranford's High School Madrigals Ensemble and the high school band's uplifting and patriotic instrumentals punctuate the program. A new element to the morning added in recent years is the presence of Gold Star family members from out of town. These are sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, cousins, and other family members of the men whose names are etched in bronze at Cranford's long-standing memorial tablets. These family members have been located by the Cranford 86 team during the research process that occurs when the Cranford 86 project writes about one of our town's fallen heroes. In most instances, the family has only a vague idea of the serviceman's history, and the project is able to fill in the details for them. Last year, we hosted over 50 members of families of our fallen heroes that we have honored. The matriarch of the family of Lieutenant Robert Tuttle, a World War II airman who died in 1944, said of her family's experience, everyone was on cloud nine. Your town should be getting national attention. 3 generations of the family attended from Virginia, totaling 16 people. Catherine Steers joined us from New York City. Her uncle, Tech Sergeant James Lascelles, he was MIA until 2002 when her dad's DNA was used to identify the remains that were recovered from a mountaintop in New Guinea. She thanked our town for unveiling her uncle's story that was unknown for so long. Her son carried James' Gold Star flag in the parade. 80-year-old Richard Mager said of the ceremony, one of the most tremendous and exhilarating events of my lifetime, and perhaps the most touching of our Gold Star family visits. We were joined by Richard and his brother, Kenneth Mager, sons of World War II infantryman Private Stephen Mager. Richard was an infant, and his brother, Kenneth, had not yet been born when their father died in Europe. This year again, we will be hosting families of the 2026 honorees. The family of Second Lieutenant Bruce Nostron will be joining us from Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Lieutenant, as his family calls him, was just 24 years old when he flew 30 strafing missions and bombing missions in World War II, each time turning enemy infrastructures into burning junkyards. The Nostrons have several family members named after their lieutenant, including one that they will be meeting for the first time on Memorial Day. From South Carolina, we will welcome the daughter of a Green Beret Captain Joe Whalen, Charlotte Whalen Stillwell. She will be accompanied by her immediate family, her husband, Major General Robert Stillwell, daughters Ellie and Dee, and their first son, Lieutenant Joseph Whalen Stillwell, named in honor of our hometown hero. Charlotte was only 18 months when her father died in Vietnam when leading a Special Forces mission deep behind enemy lines. Also in attendance will be other Gold Star family members who faithfully chose to return to spend this solemn occasion in Memorial Park. The Memorial Park in Cranford is always and always will be part of the Cranford's fabric. Gather your friends and neighbors for a morning of patriotism and gratitude. It's truly time well spent. Our parade steps off from the Community Center on Walnut Avenue at 9 a.m. on Monday, May 25th. And like the signs around town say, follow the parade to the ceremony. Thank you for giving me the time to talk about such an important event.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Janet Symbolic Ashnaltz, and I have something very nice to share. I'm also a member of the Cranford 86 project with Don, and I'm also on the Memorial Park Redesign Committee and the Memorial Day Parade Committee. And these efforts are all dear to my heart, as my brother-in-law, Ray Ashnault, is one of Cranford's 86 folk. So I would like to make the township officials aware of a gift that is being given to Cranford in honor of a Cranford resident who had an idea that literally changed the course of world history. For those who don't know who this could be, I speak of Curtis Cullen, CHS class of 1935, who coincidentally graduated high school with my uncle, Steve Symbolic. They must have been in homeroom together right behind each other. Curtis Cullen was a part of the D-Day invasion, and he found the solution to a problem which was preventing the advancement of Allied tanks across Europe. The European countryside consisted of centuries-old farm fields bordered by massive hedgerows. The hedgerows were 15-foot tall walls of dirt, rocks, and vegetation. Each time a tank attempted to cross a hedgerow, its underside was exposed, leaving it vulnerable to enemy fire. Using steel from the roadblocks left by Germans on the beaches of Normandy, Sergeant Cullen welded teeth to the front of American tanks, which enabled the vehicle to plow straight through a hedgerow, opening it up for the troops and other vehicles which followed. Thanks to what is now known as the Cullen Hedgerow Cutter, our Army was now capable of fully advancing towards Germany. Sergeant Cullen's efforts were applauded by Generals Bradley and Eisenhower, and Cullen received the Legion of Merit Award for his contribution to victory in World War II. For those who would like to know more, there are many online articles regarding Cullen, including vintage World War II video of the hedgerow cutter in action. Now, the gift and how that came about. When I was researching the Cranford 86 Bruce Nostron story earlier this year, I was attempting to get into the Westfield Armory to find a plaque which bears Bruce's name. Bruce had enlisted at the Armory and began his military career with the 102nd Cavalry. Still trying to locate the plaque, I contacted Walter Hill, a veteran of the 102nd, and he reminded me that Curtis Cullen also served in that unit, a fact of which that veterans group is very proud. So Walter informed me that his group has created historically accurate replicas of the hedgerow cutter, one of which is on display at the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. I visited that museum earlier this month and was very, very proud to see group after group of people visiting this special exhibit and learning about Cranford Sergeant Curtis Cullen. The Veterans Group produces just 2 of these replicas per year and has graciously offered one to Cranford. The VFW has accepted the offer. Speaking to different people in town about the Curtis Cullen story, I noted that many were totally unaware of Cullen's legacy and the pride it brings to Cranford. This is a real opportunity to change that. I am speaking before you now to ask for the committee's support as well as that of the residents as it is decided where and how to prominently display this historic piece of Cranford history so that residents and visitors alike know of Cranford's important contribution to World War II history. Thank you so much.
You go. You. Okay, Mikey's going to be after this.
Good evening. My name is Varghese Manjeri. I live in 577 Ludlow Avenue, Cranford, New Jersey. I've been living over there more than 35 years. And there is a project going on behind my property, 91 Myrtle Avenue. It's a vivid a group. They're building a group, I think a group home. They're cutting down more than 200 trees. And when I bought my house, my previous owner, he built the house in 1965. And he was taking care of the property which belonged to the township, almost about 12 to 16 feet. He was taking care of, then also, when I bought the house, I was taking care of, I'm going to lose that, the property. I wonder, over the years, almost more than 65 years, we were taking care of this place. I have a lot of, I was taking the property over the years. I have a lot of sentiment to that. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose the property. I approached the township several times. They said you can build, you can buy anything because that's the buffer zone. Anyway, my cousin sent an email to the zoning, and I didn't get any response. So he sent me a letter to present to the board. So I don't want to read to you. Maybe you can. Now, can I pass it over or? No, I emailed this one. Can you give it to the board members?
Right now?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder you can do anything, this issue, any kind of compensation or something, I really want to get that the piece, but I think still the township still own that the property. I don't know, they transferred to that the Vivid group. Yeah, that's all I want to say, and I'm hoping some kind of favorable reply from the board. Thank you. Yeah, this, it's approved, but the thing is, those, the land I was, take caring whether the township can do something, Yeah, I made a copy for each members. Okay. Oh, okay, thank you.
Mike is going to go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mikey is Social Justice Water Pipe. Please make sure to subscribe to him on YouTube. He's awesome. Mikey, Social Justice Water Pipe. And Mr. Slattery has been doing a very good job. And he did
I
not
was going
start
to put the camera facing this way, but you guys are actually showing the speakers tonight, so.
Yeah. Great job, Mr. Slattery. Very good. And he also didn't jumpstart the time before Mikey is actually ready to start. So I got to tell you, Thomas Slattery is doing a very good job.
Good evening, Madam Mayor. Good evening, committee members.
The police are coming in now.
Through the chair to Commissioner Andrews. How are you doing? Thank you. That's progress. Communication, that's progress. We didn't do that the last couple times. That's a good thing.
He just turned red.
Got it first. How are you doing, Madam Mayor? Like that. Communication, I like that, yeah. Through the chair to Mr. Gallo, how are you? All right. How about that? You know it's coming, Mr. Curran. Through the chair to Mr. Curran, how are you doing? I'll take it. I'll take it. That is progress. Wow, we got communication. All right, so we can answer questions. That's a good thing. This is fabulous that we're back on TV 35. This is wonderful. It's a shame that Mr. Thilley wasn't able to announce his candidacy on TV 35. I thought that was very unfortunate, very timely, you know. So, all right, since we do ask questions, that's pretty cool. When we answer questions, I like that. May I ask through the chair to Commissioner Curran, would you be willing to apologize to me for saying that I attend council meetings to get arrested? We need to let Mr. Curran have that moment to answer, because what you just did was you cut that moment off. So you. No. This is my 5 minutes. I don't think you're really looking after my 5 minutes. That actually just upset me. Let's relax. Let's give Mr. Curran an opportunity to apologize. Through the chair to Mr. Curran, would you be willing to apologize for saying that I go to council meetings to get arrested? So you're not willing to apologize? But I'm asking you, would you be willing to apologize?
Oh, my God.
Oh, stipulations. Stipulations, ain't that funny? Man, I tell you. Does anybody want to answer who's making these decisions with the cameras? Since you guys are answering questions, can someone please explain to me whose decision it is to, show it, not show it, not show Mr. Thilley 2 meetings ago, not show the national anthem playing? The funniest thing, too, about that was when they wouldn't show Leroy over here when he was playing the national anthem 2 meetings ago. The TV 35 cut to you guys. And when Leroy asked everybody to stand for the national anthem, you see Mr. Andrews, look at the crowd and go, no, don't do it. No. Yes, Mr. Andrews. Unfortunately, the cameras were on you guys at that moment when they shouldn't have been. But the camera caught you looking at the entire audience and saying, no, don't stand for the national anthem. So that video from last meeting had over 200,000 views on YouTube, another 50,000 on Facebook, 250,000 views, 250,000 views. So I would like to take the remainder of my time and Madam Mayor, may I ask for the remainder of my time, may I have an opportunity to approach the dais, step up on the podium, elevate myself to your guys' level, and give everybody an opportunity to accept an American flag to remind us of our values, our nation's freedoms, and your oath? I would like to give an opportunity for you guys to hand. I would like to hand them to each one of you.
Thank you, we appreciate it. We will pick them up.
So you're not willing to receive an American flag?
Place them on the table, and we will each pick up.
It's not a plate of cookies for Santa. I'm asking if you would each haven't taken opportunity to accept an American flag as a reminder of your oath and a reminder of our freedoms and our nation's values. May I approach, you know how everybody comes up here to do a presentation? May I give everybody an opportunity? Leave the flags on the table? That's disrespectful to the flag.
Yes, God.
You want me to leave a handful of flags? You see how neat they are in this box? That's how you treat a flag. You treat it with respect and honor. You don't just throw it on a table. I'm requesting if I can, so I am not able to give everyone an opportunity to take a flag. Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Disgusting.
Well, if anybody in the audience would like a flag, I would love to give everyone an opportunity to take one since the council refuses to accept an American flag.
No, here. My time to speak here. I would like a flag too.
Please sit down, sir. Ask you to leave the meeting. Can you please escort the gentleman from the room, please? He's been warned multiple times.
Can I get a flag, Mikey? And he's giving a flag out, ladies and gentlemen. This is, this guy says it's not a flag.
Please escort the gentleman from the room. Yes.
He's giving away flags, and mayor is removing him. This is disgusting. Here come the police. Look at this. We've got 3 police officers here with a man giving flags away. Every week they do this garbage. Every week.
Get a photo of them surrounding me with American flags.
Yeah, look at this. This gentleman is giving American flags away for free. Patriotic. He almost broke his camera. This is the Cranford, New Jersey police. It's shame.
Don't touch me. Let me take my stuff and go.
Take your hands off him. Take your hands off him, sir.
Do not touch me.
He is not a threat to you.
Let me grab my stuff. I have to get my stuff. Then get escorted out of the council meeting for asking everybody to come together as a nation, as a community, and offer an American flag. I mean, you can't get any more wild than this. Kick the dude out before he's...
Communist Cranford, New Jersey police. Communist Cranford, New Jersey police here.
I don't want nobody touching my stuff because nobody belongs touching my stuff. There you go, touching my stuff. Unreal. Cranford, New Jersey. Cranford, New Jersey. There you go. Kick that out, please.
Disgusting. God. They hate the national anthem. They hate the flag. All right. Are you done with recess? They're still hassling him. What a shame.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
What? Hey, Will, can you make sure he's okay? You have your camera?
That's ridiculous. Shout out to
Thank you,
Social
ladies and
Justice Water
gentlemen.
Pipe.
And then he turned off the channel 35 TV.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm blown away. The gentleman is giving away flags. And they sent 3 armed men. And they sent police to stop me from playing the national anthem. All right, before you start my time, can you please put the camera back on? All right. Okay. Yes. I'm ashamed of you, officer. Why would you follow those orders? It's ridiculous. That person these cops had no respect for a man with a flag, offering flags, being patriotic to the people here. You're out of order. All right, so every single week you do something unpatriotic and vile to the Constitution and to we the people. And what you did to that gentleman there was, again, so disrespectful. I came here one single time to talk about this idiotic law that you did against Mr. Will Philly because he was being creative. And then while I'm performing the national anthem during my public comment time, you ordered police to stop me, and under threat of arrest, I had to stop playing the national anthem. Then I come the following week, and you didn't stop me from playing the national anthem, but this vile example of a veteran, and I'm so disgusted with you, Terrence Curran, who called the Star Spangled Banner a prop and said he was so offended because I used the Star Spangled Banner as a prop. Well, you, sir, used being a veteran as a prop. And that brings me to my order of business today. There was a veteran named Steve Ronco, courageous man. He emailed you, Mayor Prunte, and he is a disabled veteran, and he asked that you would read his comment during his public comment time. And you refused. And instead, the letter he got, the email, said, "We are in receipt of your public comments request. The Township Committee does not allow written public comment submissions at Township Committee meetings. And we do not allow members of the public to have additional time to read others' comments." He was asking for an ADA special compensation, dispensation, because he is a disabled veteran, and you refuse. You have no one apparently on the board here who is an ADA person, and so now he's got a tort claim against you. So here's what you did, and listen very carefully. A 100% disabled veteran, Steve Ronco, formally requested a reasonable accommodation under the Americans with Disabilities Act and the New Jersey law against discrimination for township committee meetings. Due to disabilities that prevent them from attending meetings in person, they ask that the written public comment letters be read aloud during the public comment portion of the meetings. Have some respect for the veterans. You don't. As an alternative, if township officials, including the mayor or committee members, chose not to read the letter themselves, the writer, Steve Ronco, disabled veteran, requests that Leroy Truth, me, be allowed to read the letter on their behalf. And that was refused too. The veteran argues that this is a simple, reasonable modification of the township's existing public comment procedures that imposes no undue burden and is necessary to ensure their equal participation in the public process as required, and Mr. Slattery knows this, by the ADA and LAD. The response was not from the mayor or ADA coordinator, which you don't have but are legally required to have, but the township clerk. And it is just another example of how much you disdain patriotism, how much you disdain veterans. And you have Dr. Anus Curran here, who uses being a veteran as a prop. And again, veterans are amazing. My father was a veteran. I have many friends who are veterans, and God bless every man and woman who is willing to give their lives for a country. But how you treat the people that come to this meeting is just, it's vile and disgusting. And what you did to Mr. Mikey there, you should all be ashamed of yourselves and ask yourself, why would you do that? It's all about control. That's fascism. That's authoritarianism. That's not democracy. So with my final minute,
I'm going to, once again, as a reminder of your oath to the Constitution, I'm going to play our beloved national anthem. And I once again ask each of you, in respect for the national anthem, and set your egos aside, to please stand, especially you, Mr. Dr. Anus Terence Curran, but all of you. Our national anthem, please rise. Thank you to all the patriots who stood up here. And what a shame that none of you would stand again. You are all void of your job. You are all no longer worthy of this position that you were elected to.
For the record, it has been a longstanding policy of the Township Committee to accept written comments, and they become part of the official minutes of the meeting. They're not read aloud, but they are part of the official minutes of the meeting. Secondly, you are denied the right to read the gentleman's comments. If you chose to do so, continue on. Anyone else wish to address?
He wanted to do it, and me in his stead, ma'am. He wanted ADA accommodation. You didn't do that, ma'am. Because you hate veterans, obviously. I was speaking, ma'am. That wasn't shouting. So this is Communist China, Cranford, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. This was vile, disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. So here, stay with me in case the police attack me or any of my colleagues.
We got you, Leroy.
Okay. Yeah, you can walk with me outside, make sure I don't get jumped by Cranford police here.
Is Mikey okay?
I'm missing the microphone. Okay, I got both mics. I'm going to talk to Social Justice Water Pipe. And he refused to give us his name previously. He was breaking his policy then. So, Lieutenant, what is your name? Sir, what is your name? You refused to give it earlier. What is your name and your badge number? Okay. You're going to get a plan. I will get your name.
You're reporting me, I'm reporting you.
Good, as you have a right to. What, give me your name.
and your badge number. That's your policy.
Out. You're done.
I don't have to go out. I don't have to go out.
You're a grown man. Why don't you start acting like one?
Why don't you start acting like a professional police officer and give me your name and your badge number? That's your policy. I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing illegal. And the sergeant called him off. Can you believe he said get out because I asked him to honor his policy? Where's Mikey? Yeah, I'm ashamed of all of you. Right. There's two types of police officers. There's conformists, and there's conformists to what they're told regardless of what is right. Moralists do what is right regardless of what they're told. And look, and he runs away. He's a lieutenant. No wonder this police department is so screwed up. He tried to get me out of the meeting because I asked him what his name and badge number was because he refused to give it to me earlier. Then he says, out. Like, no.
Dude, he did the old classic, you know when a cop grabs you, like they want to hurt you. They actually want to cause.
Put this on you.
They actually want to cause pain. You know what I mean? And they want to like.
Well, he went hands on. I saw he attacked you. I mean, he went hands on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is sick. Oh yeah, I saw no name tag, and then because I asked him for his name and badge number, which he refused to give me previously, which is required per their policy, he then said out. And like, I don't know. In fact, I was on my way out, and he was there on my way out, and I had to pass him to actually walk past him. And then, however, a sergeant took him away because he wanted to go hands on.
Scumbag.
He wanted to go hands on.
You know, and I'm respectful, Leroy. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm not like a disrespectful person. You know, I always give praise and recognition where it's deserved or whatever. I'm literally not one of those people that like thinks all cops are bad. I give everybody a shot, but then they wind up fucking acting like that. Well, the way he grabbed me, sorry for the cigarette smoke that's blowing in your face. He grabbed me like this. He pinches me with his thumb.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And does that whole. I'll probably have a bruise.
He was
Leroy.
doing.
You know how
you
it
will.
goes. I will.
You
I'll have a bruise right
He was doing
here.
a pain compliance technique.
Yeah, exactly. Pain compliance technique.
And the thing is, you were not resisting anything.
All I was doing was walking around handing flags.
Right.
I'm allowed to walk around the meeting.
Right.
I already walked away from the podium.
Exactly. And so
You know?
Mikey did nothing wrong. Every single meeting, this is our fourth meeting now, and every single meeting, they screw up. And how disrespectful, you don't put a flag on the ground or the table when you are there wanting to give it personally to the mayor and the council people.
Yeah, because then it's like they're making a joke out of the fact. Just lay the flags on the table. I want you guys to each have an individual moment of receiving it.
Right.
And then the guy who walked out, one of the residents, he walked out and he said, it's on camera too, which I'm going to put in the video. He said, "Thank you for the American flag. The most American thing someone can do is receive the flag."
Right.
So thank you, sir.
I mean, that was a beautiful gesture. And Mikey doesn't make $1 million. He bought those flags. They ain't cheap.
Right.
And they shouldn't be cheap. These are American flags. And he invested his own money as a symbol and as a gesture of connection and community with the mayor and the council people. And they rejected that. And not only did they reject it, they then called, 3 or 4 armed men with guns to forcefully remove him.
I had a feeling something was going to be weird because they had the same guy here tonight who stopped you from playing the anthem, the one who was able to respond to their bark. As they're grabbing me and pulling me out, I said, but there was not even a three warning rule. You know, I saw the emails. I Oprah requested the email from the chief of police to the council.
I want you to
mayor.
tell everyone what the 3 warning rule is.
So the 3 warning rule, and this is what the chief of police and the mayor and council agreed on. They have to give a 3 warning rule, and when they do a 3 warning rule, then they go to recess. There is no hands-on, right? So when they went hands-on, they had already, she said called for a recess, right? Like, I have to watch that back. If they called for a recess, they're grabbing me and like manhandling me while we're not even in a meeting at that point. We're not in a meeting at that point. They didn't do the 3-strike rule that they agreed with the police that they would do.
But they were in a
1
meeting.
warning, 2 warning, 3 warnings, meeting stops.
And the thing is, right, and then when they were trying to manhandle you, there was no meeting. It was in recess.
Right.
You are free to stay if you're free to go.
The whole time I'm walking around, right, like using my camera because I'm, zooming, I'm trying to document everything that's going on. So at that moment, when they call a recess, I'm already away from the podium. I'm allowed to walk around. You know what I mean? I don't know how the hell they were able to get it in their heads that they could do that at that moment. Just keep, first of all, put your can. We leave after public comments.
Right.
I got work in the morning. I got things I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, all they had to do was just like accept the flag. That's all they had to do was accept the flag. That's the thing.
Right. So the conflict, again, wasn't created by Mikey. He was giving gifts. And two of the most beautiful gifts you can give is to share the gift of the music of the national anthem being performed at a government function. And number two is to give the gift of American flag. And I'm sure Dr. Anus, Terrence Curran, previous mayor, present Puntalito on there, and I don't know what it means, I just made that up, but it's not a good thing. And President Puntalito, he's probably going to say, you use the national anthem again. Leroy Truth as a prop. No, I did it to share patriotism and community during the meeting, and then he's probably going to say, how dare you, social justice water pipe.
The one resident in there, the guy Dom, with the black curly hair with the glasses, he says, as I asked him for a prop, he says, I don't want your prop.
Wow. And I bet Terrence Curran is going to say, that's a prop. That is not a prop. It's an American flag. And their egos are what turn it into their distorted, jellyfish, man-of-war, constitutional communist, self-hating communist brains, that it's a prop.
You know, and you're right, man. It's like, I ain't made of money. I spent $20 on Amazon. And I talked to Leroy about this. I said, what I want to do is I want to hand out an American flag to all the council members to bring everyone together as a nation, right? Like, I'm giving you a golden opportunity to make good on everything that you did. You went viral for shutting down the national anthem and then everybody walking out. Let's everybody just take a flag. Remember that we're neighbors. Remember we're a nation. That was the goal. That was the whole purpose of it. I was trying to make everybody just remember we're a nation. That was the purpose.
Right.
It was not to cause a disruption. It was not to treat the flag as a prop. Anyone who would ever call the American flag a prop is a psychopath, because it's insane.
Right.
That's also the third time that I've handed out flags at meetings, and I think it's great when you see everybody holding a little miniature American flag, and some of the residents were more than happy to take it. You know. So.
Yeah. And again, if someone could not accept, why wouldn't the council people accept it? I mean, Mikey was trying to build a bridge. What did he do in the beginning? He's asking, hey, how are you? Just to create an initial communication. He wasn't being offensive, though. Again, the First Amendment, of course, is protected if he was, but he isn't. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, I love how she opened up the thing and started to say, she basically said, please refrain yourself from using your First Amendment.
Right.
You know, by language or whatever.
Right. Like, oh, we don't want language. Now, we personally don't do that. Well, actually, sometimes he does.
And I did it last time because
right.
I was so upset.
And it's protected speech. Offensive speech is protected speech because the First Amendment doesn't kick in until someone is offended by speech.
And Leroy, you know how I am. Every time I do wind up swearing, which I did last time because I was so upset that they took the camera angles away from showing all the people at the public at the podium, you know, I always mention to the people on the camera that sometimes you may, you know, lose your point, or it may lose its effectiveness if you wind up, you know, cursing like that. But I was upset because I was confronting Terrence Curran, who said that I go to meetings to get arrested. You know, I have a right to, you know, respond to that.
Yep.
You know?
And here I got a comment someone shared here. Melissa Stedman, incredible monitor. She wrote here about what the cop did to you, and she wrote, whether right or wrong, this cop is just. Oh no, she's talking about Frank Sloop, but she could have just as well been talking about the Lieutenant No Name.
Frank Sloop.
Lieutenant No Name, lieutenant violating this gentleman's rights and physically attacked him. I mean, I got it on video as they were surrounding and pouncing on you, and when he was grabbing you, like I'm thinking,
and he's pinching my bicep with his thumb and his fingers like that.
And you weren't given time to
making sure he leaves like a nice little pressure point bruise on my.
Make sure you document that too.
Wild.
Is that every single time they do
Wild.
this? And they went hands on with him.
Why?
And then that lieutenant who refused to identify.
He was a wise ass.
Oh yeah. Well, he was ordering me out of the meeting as I'm leaving the meeting because I asked him for his name and badge number.
And then he gets out here, right? And as they're shutting the door on me, I'm trying to explain to the officers that both of my microphones are still in there, and because I need my property. You know, you're kicking me out. I had stuff in there. No, we'll get out. So I'm trying to explain my microphones are still in there. He gets over here as he's pinching me, and then just chest bumps me. Bumps.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it all on video.
All
I
right.
just don't know the camera angle of how it captured
Right,
it
you
and
gotta
stuff
get-
like that.
you gotta
but he-
Oprah his-
but I'm gonna
Yeah.
Oprah request his body camera.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, because he absolutely
The older guy.
the big fat guy. You know, he chest bumped me right out of the
He's a
gate.
lieutenant.
And then I told him, I said, "You just assaulted me," or whatever I said. However I responded to him.
You should have went down.
I know.
Like the cop went down?
You know, like the
Oh,
way it-
yeah, that guy. Took,
I should have done it, Lieutenant whatever his name
Lieutenant
is.
Gaston.
Gaston. I should have done
Yeah.
a Lieutenant Gaston. You know.
I just don't understand why there was. It seemed to me that they came in and they had an agenda just to remove you, regardless of.
As soon as he started talking, I said that. You heard me say that, right? The police are moving in. As soon as Mikey started talking, the police started moving in.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
And-
this is very concerning.
And not for nothing, a very reliable source told us today that they're going to try to arrest you guys tonight. I don't think I'm doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, that's not going to happen.
I heard, yeah.
Listen,
I heard that as well.
Just take the flag. It would have. It would have.
I know. I bought them on Amazon, and I just explained this to them. I'm like, I'm not made of money. I spent $20 to try to have everybody come together, give them an opportunity, right? Some people might disagree with my methods and my strategy or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm like trying to like, I
who
want
could
them all
find
to
fault?
take a flag.
Mikey.
Then we put that on the internet,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't want people to lump me in with Will and him not get votes because they say he's with these jerk off troublemakers, right?
Right.
So my intentions were to have everybody remember we're one nation, we're all brothers and
Right.
sisters, we're all neighbors. Let's all take a flag and move on.
Right.
They-
Yeah. That was a connecting opportunity.
That was the point of it.
Right.
That was the point.
And that was your whole
You know?
demeanor and everything. And they shredded it. And the police they had here, again, my experience with the Cranford police, it's so disappointing because I heard they were great.
Yeah, when I seen these,
and
those
you
guys
shall know them
tonight,
by
I'm
their
like,
fruits.
I don't know. I never seen them at the meeting.
And
I know
all
he's
of
been on
them
meetings for a while, but
went
yeah, he
and supported the going
chest
hands-on
bumped me and
and
frickin'
aggressively
That was-
removing
that
him
was
from the
tough to
meeting.
watch.
I'm curious about your take on things.
All right, so we're gonna end this
The
here.
way they came in, the police. and I'm
Yeah,
a
Mikey,
big
any
fan.
final words here?
My shit's dying. Final words is, you know what, Leroy? I'm disappointed, honestly. I'm disappointed. I kind of, you know, sometimes things got to like really break before they get fixed. They played a lot of games. They messed up a lot. I saw the cameras that were, you know, back showing the public. I'm like, this is a good thing, you know. They're answering me how their day was. They wouldn't do that before. That's a good thing. I went to the workshop meeting before this meeting, more intimate setting, told them what my name was, told them where I live, even though I never do that. Told them where my town is, what my name is, as a courtesy to try to give that, like lay the foundation of let's all come together. I did everything I could to have that moment of let's remember we're a nation, and it didn't work.
Nope.
So that's my final thoughts. I got nothing more than that.
All right, so Cranford
Amen,
is
guys.
communist.
Appreciate you
Cranford
guys.
seceded from the United States of America. Also, I was supposed to get a certified check from Sam Prince, the Republican candidate for council.
Yeah, you ain't getting that.
Council something.
For your damage?
Yeah, and
Never
he
got it?
No, I never got the check.
You're never gonna get that,
A detective was the liaison. He said, "What would you like to do?" I said, "Listen, if he pays for the microphone, and then I will not press charges."
I reached out to him on Facebook, by the way.
Oh yeah, what
Who,
did he?
Sam?
And I said, what was the deal, man? I said, Sam, why in the world did you hit the mic like that?
Right, and
I mean, I was
and he
agreeing
threw
with
it-
what you were saying.
Yeah.
But why did you hit it? He said he made a mistake.
Then he said he would pay for it
I heard him
on
say
camera.
that.
As soon as he threw it, he said, "I'll pay for that."
Yeah, he actually put that on the public
So-
I
record.
just don't want people to have to be so aggressive.
No.
See what I got on? Be kind.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a way to get your message out without smacking a mic.
Right.
Mic.
But he's the one who disrupted the meeting because literally I wanted my audience to hear him. And it would have taken 2 seconds. Do this, and I'm going. But he's the one who grabbed me. He's fighting with the mic. I don't want it on my mic. Well, it's not your mic.
When public
I
comment,
think he knew. I think he knew immediately that was not smart to do that.
No.
When public comment ends, I leave. I got work in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
every
me too.
every
I gotta
every
be in the
day,
city at 6
yeah. Every
o'clock.
day I come to a meeting. I went to work earlier in that day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out when comments are over. You know, I don't know why they had to go that route. I really don't.
Yeah.
I was upset that she wanted me to put flags on the table. Let me be an equal for 1 minute, a moment of the public. Let me stand on the podium. Let me come up there and give everyone an opportunity. Why? Why is that not allowed?
The question I have is there was a lot of talk about the Memorial Day parade and what's going on. But when the national anthem comes out and you're playing the national anthem, where is all the support of the Memorial
Right,
Day?
where's all the
It's honoring the
patriotism?
fallen veterans,
Right, exactly.
military. It's perplexing to me to not stand, regardless of how you feel about the message, the messenger, I should
Right,
say.
yeah.
They don't like you, so I'm not going to stand for the national anthem. Well, you know what? I don't like a whole lot of people that sing the national anthem when I go to some ball games and how they, the personal beliefs and stuff.
Right.
But not national anthem. I'm standing.
It was all about
I'm
ego.
standing.
It was all about control.
You know what I'm never going to do anymore? Stand for them in the beginning, because before they do the Pledge of Allegiance, right, they get everybody by saying stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And then for about 2 minutes, they say whatever they want while everyone's standing and showing honor before the Pledge of
wait.
Allegiance. So why am I standing in that moment?
I got a question. Why are we standing in the beginning with that message they give us?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking
That's
about?
They say rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, right? So they get
Well, that I
they
get.
hook- No, but that's how they hook you. Now everyone rises. Now we're listening to some dumb message for 2 minutes before we do the Pledge of Allegiance. So you're tricking us. You're telling us to stand for the national anthem. But in that moment that they give their message, they get to show royalty and everyone's standing, And as a courtesy, I stand. But you wouldn't stand for the anthem?
No.
It's like it's. I know. I noticed Jim won't stand for that. No, he won't stand for that.
He knows it's a.
Yeah.
He knows the whole. He's got it all figured out.
Ladies and gentlemen, so here, I'm going to do some shout outs before I go here. So glad you all joined us. What are we? Almost a 2-hour live here. And we did 2-hour lives today. So I hope you received value, you received inspiration from our earlier live stream. I want to thank Ari at AVDesigns for working tirelessly for hours today, producing the live streams. Great job. And Jenny, God bless you. Tennessee, and I don't see everyone's names. It's only showing me partial here because I'm on StreamYard. And Frank Pants, hello there. And Liquor, hello there to you, Liquor. And yes, shout out to you, Liquor. And looks like Wanda. Yeah, so it's not showing me the whole names here. And also we have here, let's see, got a start message here. What's this? And we the people need to stand strong. That's Jared Dace. God bless you. And in our parting time, if you're inspired to become a member, please join. It only costs a few dollars a month. And it is very helpful if you consider a super chat or a Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Always appreciated. And I so appreciate your support. And please subscribe to my channel. And if you're not, can I get to 60,000 today? And I'm so close. I don't know what the latest number is, but I'm so close. Here, I'm going to put the volume up. If you were talking, I couldn't hear you. I turned the volume up.
No, it's all good.
All right, I just turned the volume up. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
You
Okay, good.
Didn't want it.
Yeah, your latest number. Give me 1 second. I'll get it right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
All right, ladies, on the road to 60,000, on the way to 100,000, on the way to 1 million and beyond.
You need 13 more.
Only 13 more. So anyone who's watching this, please subscribe if you haven't. And for most people, including Sean, majority of people, probably for him as well, are not subscribed to the channel who watch the content. So it is the best thing you could do is just subscribe. And that gets the algorithms saying, hey, people want to see the content, they're subscribing, so our message gets out there more.
Yeah.
And so
consider being a member too. Only $1.
Right. And what is it? Maybe $1.99 or something, or $2.99?
Yeah, only a few bucks to be a member.
I think it's $2.99 a month is the initial bronze membership, and that was so helpful to the work I do. So God bless my entire team, Aria AVDesigns. Make sure to subscribe to him, AVDesigns NC, phenomenal video editor. If you need any work whatsoever, contact him. Make sure your contact information is in there somewhere.
Yep. Thank
as
you.
well in the chat.
Also, please subscribe to Scalzo Photo. He doesn't say photo, he says photo. Make sure people understand the hard T. Scalzo Photo, he's awesome. He is the king of memes and signs. Also subscribe to Garden State Accountability. And he is the king of speakers. And Garden State, if you're coming hopefully on Thursday, if you can bring your speaker and your mics, that would be awesome. And also the exposure report, please subscribe to the exposure report with David Snow. And anyone who can create the time, come join us at this insane protest organized by the Suffolk County, New York, Long Island Police. And they're going to New York City and joining with other police throughout New York State to protest against First Amendment auditors and against people recording them in the course of their duty. It's mind-blowing, bat bonkers, boolaha. It's just crazy. They're doing this. It sounds like an April Fool's joke, and it's not. So I'm going to be live. Good Guy Active will be live. I also contacted Accountability for All, didn't reach him, and wanted to see if he can come down. And any of you, I got people from Georgia, they're either driving up or flying up, people from Pennsylvania. And you're going to see us. Just come to City Hall in New York City. It's right near the Brooklyn Bridge, someone said. So it's on the cusp of Brooklyn, on the boundary of Brooklyn in New York
I put
City.
the address up, so
You
you
can't
can see
miss
on the
us,
screen.
anyone. We're going to be there. I'll be there probably from 10 o'clock. We're going to start our live stream at 11:30 a.m. And Sean of Long Island Audit will be restreaming my live stream on his channel and then doing his own commentary. I'll be asking police officers questions, again, respectfully, professionally. Sean will have some questions that he'll be asking me to ask as well. And it's going to be a really important day because they're literally, this is what the police said. They said that basically they must stand up against us because they claim, and they're lying about this, that First Amendment auditors harass them, follow them, and what were the other two? Oh, film them. They actually included that. Film them in the course of their duties and dox them. And no one's doxing them. And if sharing their name and badge number, that's not doxing. That's a requirement. So please join us. It's Thursday, 12 noon Eastern time. Either join us on my live stream starting at 11:30 a.m. with producer extraordinaire Aria, and we'll be doing the same thing with our StreamYard. And also Mikey's going to see if he can get off of work. He's going to check with his employer tomorrow to join us because this is so important that we come out and peacefully expose them. It's like, it's just mind-blowing. They're literally doing a protest against the First Amendment while exercising their First Amendment right. Talk about ironic. And God bless them. I'm glad they're protesting. It's in the First Amendment. Good for you. The thing is, what you're protesting is trying to criminalize our use of the First Amendment while saying you have more of a right, that you have a right to the First Amendment and we don't. And that's where you create an us and them. That's not true. Any comments on that, Mikey? Insights?
Honestly, I'm a little disappointed, like I said. Everybody smash that like button. It'll make me feel better. Everybody smash that like button. Share this video. I am Leroy Truth. You are Leroy Truth. We are all Leroy Truth. Enough of this one. I'm done with Cranford for the night. I'll be back in 2 weeks.
So, God bless you all. He's going to have a bruise on his arm tomorrow. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully, we'll see you. Come, get in the car, get in the bus, get on an airplane or helicopter. Join us Thursday, 12 p.m. I think I said 12 a.m. 12 p.m. high noon on the steps of City Hall, where we will be exposing the insanity of the New York police, Suffolk County Police, and any others who joined them. So God bless you all. So appreciate your help. And remember, as Martin Luther King said, the problem is not that we are outnumbered. The problem is that we are out-organized, but not anymore. We're organizing peacefully, always peacefully, to create change, to truly make America free again. God bless you all. Thank you again, Aria.
Good night, guys.
And thank you, Tommy.